Well, guys, we are back here at SCANIA headquarters. Amber and I and Mattias are back here. He's got to run into a meeting, but there is a special show going on here for SVEMPAS with all of his custom trucks here, like every single one of them. I don't know if there's gonna be music playing or not, so we may be a lot of me talking over. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna see all these really cool trucks here. The CEO of SCANIA is here. He's gonna be doing a presentation. Let's check out all these cool trucks. Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
Totally, right?
In the trucking world, Sven-Erik Svempa Bergendahl. Last winter, Svempa turned 85, and it's with great joy and pride that we at Scania want to celebrate this milestone together here, together with you. So please come forward a little bit, please.
So he should have went into pension when I started here 30 years ago as a trainee, but still going strong. So Svempa says the way to stay up is just to work hard. Okay. Bara kör hårt. Okay. Hör du, consider pimping a BEV, a battery electric vehicle, and he says he needs two then. One to pull and the other to put on the trailer. Me and Svempa, we were at the Swedish truck exhibition in Jönköping here last weekend, and there is then the best trucking show, and there is a special prize, Svempa prize, and he says in order to win that prize you need to drive a Scania. But 97% of all the trucks there were Scania, so I think you have achieved what you wanted.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break from outside because it's currently raining. And hopefully when the rain stops, I'll have the music cut off so I can get around and talk about and show you all the different things on all these trucks outside. If not, I've got a bunch of footage of me walking around and I can just talk over it, but I'd rather you guys see everything in real time. So there's all kinds of little trucks in here and trophies and all kinds of history here in the head office at SCANIA. And I want to show you a really cool trophy I was not expecting to run across at all. Look at this. 13th annual SCANIA US Diesel, Englishtown, New Jersey. Truckin' Nationals Raceway Park. Very cool. A piston from a SCANIA. But New Jersey, that was like something that really stuck out. Some SVEMPAS high heels. Interesting. Talking about connected trucks, and there's a 3D printed SCANIA. I'll have to get my brother Aaron to print me one of those off. That's kind of cool. Check that out. Like the marketing strategies here at SCANIA are just mind-blowing, that they actually think of the drivers and think of the people that are their customers. You know, it's like, it's just insane compared to the US stuff. I mean, they have so many cool trucks, and you guys say that these are not customizable, but I haven't yet to see one that is not like crazy customized. And these are all miniatures of the big trucks that are outside that we were seeing in the videos. Just really, really cool. And the long line you guys saw outside, absolutely insane. So many cool things inside here. And then obviously when we were in the factory the other day, you guys got to see a lot of this. Customer first, respect for the individual. They really stand by this stuff and they mean it. They don't just say it, like they truly mean it, which is awesome. And then the SCANIA way, I learned this the other day. It's how they build their house and how they promise everything in the company. So this is really cool. All right, guys, so the rain has come and they have decided to go ahead and cut the music off because everyone kind of bailed. But I wanted to show you guys this really, really cool truck here. This is a SCANIA, obviously. I don't know what model it is. It's 1,000 cubic inch, 16.4 liter. This is like a race truck if I had to guess. This thing is absolutely nuts. Full tubular frame. Let's check it out. So here you go. I'm out here in the rain getting that footage for you guys. Dude, look at this thing. Tell me that is not insane. Full tubular chassis down there, full tubular headers. We got a turbo here, SCANIA turbos. I think that's what they use, is all SCANIAs. They're like, oh hey, we got one, why not add two more? So that's what they got in there. Looks like an Allison transmission. Pretty solid. American transmission, hey. Nearly slicks, Michelin's coil-over rear suspension. This is pretty freaking wild there. Talk about just a monster. He's got such big tires that they just stick together in the center there. Disc brake rears. That's crazy. I wonder why they must have done something different to make the tires get so close together. Interesting. I think on the red truck here, same thing. Yep. does have 4-bag air suspension on the rear, which is pretty unique. This one I believe has an Allison in it also. But look, this is that truck I kind of modeled mine off of when I decided to cut the roof. But it's got gold leaf in the paint. Absolutely insane. But really, really cool truck right here. Up next, we're gonna keep walking around the circle here. We've got the Blue Griffin 2005, Premier launch in 2006. This thing is the long line. Yeah, really, really sick truck. I've got some footage from a little bit earlier where I jumped up in this thing. I'm gonna have to roll it for you guys in just a second, but super, super cool. This is a 6x2 configuration, so 6, 1, 2, 3 axles. They consider these as one tire, but you have one drive axle right there. Long line though. The inside is huge. Check it out. All right, guys, I found a long line here. I got to talk loud because there's lots of music playing. We don't want copyright, but holy cow, the amount of room in here is insane. Hopefully that looks like everybody walks in here, so you can't yell at me too much, but wow. There is so much room in here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right? Lots of room.
This is like a limousine.
Wow. This is incredible.
And it's like set up with audio and TV.
That's some old sound right there, yeah.
Seems like, early 2000s?
Yeah, at least.
Oh, wow. Isn't it amazing?
This is incredible, yeah.
You can have a party here.
So one of the biggest things SVEMPAS is in business doing is tow trucks, and they have several tow trucks, and this is one of their tow trucks here on display. Roll back, as you can see here, but what's different about it is the bed, this right here, stays stationary, and the bed actually rolls right off the back there, and I believe is kind of an extension, and it kind of go up higher. I mean, it does all kinds of crazy stuff. 6x4 configuration with the single bogie rear axle instead of the double. Rear lift back here, in the winch up in the front can run down and come out the back to these different cables back here. So lots of stuff going on inside this thing that's nowhere near comparable to a US truck. Very, 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 very different. So they've got a bunch of drivers over here right now, and these drivers are getting ready to head over to the test center where we were at in the last video. And they're gonna take, I believe, this red truck right here, which is Fire Edition, the Frost Fire and Frost Edition. Yeah, they're gonna take all these trucks over to the demo center and do some driving. I think I may have the opportunity to ride in one of them over there and potentially drive one before we dip out of here and go back to the US. But another truck I think is really cool. Check this out. So this is another truck. This is a 6-cylinder truck with the R500 engine, I believe, but 6x4 with the rear lift. Same thing we've got coming to the USA in our truck, but this is the low roof. This is like one of the additions I considered getting and bringing it over to the USA because I thought it was really similar to the classic cab overs almost all the Americans are used to seeing. But I said, hey, we need to step it up just a little bit taller. But something to point out is they went ahead and activated the rear windows. So you can see all the way through those rear windows, which is not a common thing. And that was a custom thing SVEMPAS did with this truck here. I guess we'll go to the middle and we'll keep making our way around before we get ready to head out and start driving these things over to the test center. So Fire Edition right here. This is, I believe, is the newest custom SVEMPAS Edition truck. Just really, really cool. The wheels are all custom. Everything's been custom done. I don't know if this is decals or paint, so it's got decals on it. Still, looks really, really sick. There it is right there. Only 50 of them were produced. 770S. This is the S cab, which was the next size up from what we ended up with the R cab right there. One of the only trucks I can relate to here right now is the 4 Series 164 580 horsepower. And apparently this was the first one to ever roll off the assembly line with that new 580 horsepower 16.4 liter engine. And it's in pristine shape. So absolutely minty unit. 1999 Euro 3. So it must be 580 horsepower because they turned it up, but originally it's 480 horsepower. So Really, really nice. Moving on to one of the next trucks here. This is the Frost Edition. This was last year's edition where there were only 50 of these made also, I believe. Very similar to the Frost Fire, but this is 770 horsepower. And then lastly is the Frost Fire. Oh, this thing's gonna sound glorious. Ready? He's about to fire it up, I think. Got all kinds of cool engine going on in there. Custom little wing going on there. Oh, it's so quiet. Maybe it does have the emissions still intact on it, I guess. I think they all do, but dude, look at that rear. That is insane. Oh my goodness, dude. So incredibly nice. Air ride everything, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Wow. I think they're about to fold this cover down. Oh, there it goes. It's going. And this is going to cover the exhaust up. Yeah, it's going down. Wow. Inlet valve covers. Doesn't that just look sick? Wow, 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 wow. This truck just looks bonkers. Like all of this stuff right here on the side of it is custom. Everything. Oh, there you go. So it must have a valve somewhere to activate it. Wow. That's really cool. Very nice. All right, race truck pulling out. Look at that thing. Wow. That is sick. They must be about to take it somewhere and load it up, pull it down the road or something. Well guys, it seems the demo center stuff they have going on next is a full house. So not gonna get to ride in that truck, unfortunately, but you got to see all those really, really cool trucks. I'm walking up here to the museum to see if anything's changed in the museum since we last visited. I don't know, maybe there has, maybe there hasn't, but we're gonna check it out. There's a truck sitting up here that I haven't seen before. Dang, I was gonna do something cool. So this is Team Chimera, I don't know how you want to say that. 730S here. Check that out. This is like all factory option stuff, other than the paint, of course, which is incredible. You can't even feel the line. Big old V8 in there. So back up here in the museum, we found some of these marine engines, which I bypassed completely, you know, last time I was here, but I think we should talk about them because not only are they marine engines, but they are also genset engines, which are 100% completely available in the USA right now. Completely available. So let's check these out. Here's the, well, big boy V8. You guys watched the video we posted today. If you haven't, you should go check it out. Of the, someone's in a truck doing something. Of the boat we got to drive that had two of these in them. These are 1150 horsepower V8s. So 16 liter, there you go, right there. Says it right there. It's in kilowatt, which obviously we have to convert, but we know that this thing makes the big ponies. There's not really any accessory drives on the front. That's why there's a cover there, but not normally chromed, but these guys did chrome everything out. I don't know if there's anything in this engine. It might be a hollow engine. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it weighs much, but twin turbos, which is pretty crazy because you've got a turbo on each bank coming off the back here, and this must be some kind of a intercooler of some kind because you've got, looks like where coolant would come in from the sides right there would obviously help warm it up when it needs to warm up, but also cool the air when it needs to be cooled. Big old twin Tarbskis on there. And then this right here is the classic 13 liter engine. 12, well, it says 13 liter, but it says displacement's 12.7, so maybe they round up, but up to 750 horsepower. on a 6-cylinder marine engine, 12.7 liter. But see, what I like about the Scania so much is they have individual heads. So if you have an issue with one head gasket, it's just a matter of pulling the head. You can pull the whole piston liner out the top without having to pull all the heads off. You can unbolt the intake, and they leave just enough room in there so you can change the gasket without affecting anything else on it. And then, of course, the new DC-13, which we call the S13 in the USA, that's in our international truck that we have. It has a VGT turbo on here, which on our truck in the US there is no VGT, but this may have something to do with the marine application or generator application, which you can see how they have it hooked up to a intercooler and radiator here, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. But they have a plastic valve cover on the Scania versions. We have aluminum valve cover on the US version of this engine, so yeah, it's in all kinds of stuff. I think they're in Doosan, all kinds of stuff in the USA right now. We got like a 3D printed model of it right here, which is pretty wild. Everything runs over it. Plenty of trucks. Let's go see what else we can run into. Here's a battery electric truck, right? So this is one like we seen get built the other day. No, I lied. I just lied. I thought it was battery electric, but it's not. It's got that new super engine in it. It just looks battery because it's got the same color schemes as the battery electric trucks do. So moving further in the museum, there may be some things in here I didn't really get to show you. Maybe I did, and last time I visited, but I want to go and show you guys the batteries here for the battery electric stuff. I think is really cool. And yeah, let's check it out. So this is one of the battery cells. We messed with one earlier inside one of the rooms. Extremely heavy, guys. Maybe it says right here what they weigh. Weight 620 kilograms. So what's that? 620 times 2.23, like 1,500 pounds is what that battery pack weighs. It's sitting right there. So this must be the breakdown. Lots of 3D printed stuff, I think, is really, really cool, of the BEV system and the frames and how they start out with. And we just seen how our truck went from a frame all the way down to a complete truck. There's another cool electric, because I see spark plugs, electrics on my head. But some of these old school diesels right here. SCANIA Vabus, I don't know how you pronounce that right there, but old school shaft driven injection pumps right there. Check that out. Very, very neat. 135 horsepower. What year is this from? Introduced in 1949. Wow. So it looks like they had some kind of a glow plugs right there, maybe. So I'm assuming that's what that is. This one have that? No, it does not. Huh. So that's the heads. So it's got 3 individual heads, but on the other side over here, it looks like there is no gap. Oh, there it is. Okay, I shouldn't look high enough. We've got a 6x4 right here, and I believe this is a leaf sprung optioned truck. Double frame. And what's so depressing to me is, like, our black truck back in the US, the 4 Series, could look just as good as this one, you know, if not better, honestly. I mean, our interior does look this nice, so that's positive. Jesus, it's real. What in the world? I don't know if these people are messing with me or not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Lose my mind. I don't know if these people are actually waving to me or not. I think I'm actually crazy. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna go press the button. All right, I think I just got.
Hey you, have you ever wondered?
Yeah, they got me. Their attention is so good.
Every day, the large number of brand new trucks roll out of here, produced with exceptional efficiency.
Oh boy. All right, back to our tour of us checking out this 124. So what engine does this thing have in it? Do we have any English? We don't. Bummer. I think this just has the basic 6-cylinder engine in it. Yes, it does. Maybe even the 5-cylinder. I'm not sure. The millionth Scania vehicle manufactured at Scania premises around the world. Really cool. Manual transmission. So it was a truck that was actually used and they brought it back here. It looks like they went through it and completely remanufactured it. So moving right here is an SCANIA that was originally built and shipped to the USA. It's got gallons met on there, 72 US gallons. So lots of different labels on this chassis. And this is a 6x4 leaf sprung configuration. There are still some of these for sale in the US that I could go buy. Old Bud style wheels, old school stuff right there. Split rings. I could see why this may not have been a popular truck back then, because it was severely underpowered. I think they meant 341 horsepower. So back then in 1986, you know, you had lots of engines that were up around 400 and maybe a little bit more. But New Jersey is where this truck was originally at. So it's been registered in Pennsylvania, all kinds of places, Connecticut, New Jersey. I don't know if there's anything in here that would have like ID plates or anything, but here's the dash of a Scania that was in the USA back then, in case anyone was wondering. Well guys, that puts things into perspective. I think this was a good, decent little video. And then we didn't get to go over to the test track and do some other stuff over there. Solid video. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. And I hope you all are as super pumped as I am to get to have a Scania coming to the USA. As long as all the paperwork goes through, which I'm almost positive, I am positive it will. We have a really great team on top of getting all this done. And we're gonna be going on tour. And once we do that, I'll be having a certain page on my website that shows where we plan to be with the truck throughout the year. So make sure you're following along and comment down below. I know I rambled a lot in this video, but I hope you all are enjoying my trips over here to Sweden. This is my third time in less than 1 year's time. So who knows when I'll be back? Probably very soon. See you guys later. Peace.